Day. We're going to have a great show tonight. I have a good friend of mine, Ernie D'alessio, otherwise known as Big Magic. And to his closest friends, he's known as Big Ern. How you doing, Ernie?
I'm very well, Jimmy. Thanks for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Ernie and I met quite a few years ago now, I guess. At least probably around 10, 11 years now.
Yeah.
And we went from the place we happened to meet at to Ernie's house, and he had a jam session in his downstairs in his basement. And he said he had a few friends of his coming over. And when I got there, they were all friends of mine too. They were all people I knew. And we had a great time, and it was the start of a good friendship. And just before we get started, I'd mention a few things going on, a few musical things going on in the area. 7:30 every Thursday night. This isn't actually music, but this is Thursday night trivia at Riverwalk Bar and Grill in Riverhead. And that's hosted by my good friend and my bandmate, John DeBow Saxon. It's going to be 7:30 every Thursday night at the Riverwalk Bar and Grill in Riverhead, trivia night. April 13th, we have Jetstream, one of Long Island's top dance bands. Deanna Carroll and Kevin Carroll, the vocalists, brother and sister team, fabulous, playing at Recipe 7 in Miller Place. That's 8 p.m., April 13th. At April 12th, we have the Septemberist from 5 to 7 doing a happy hour at the Park Lounge in Kings Park. They play the best music, best pop music from, I'd say 60s and 70s. They play a few newer stuff too, mainly 60s and 70s. That's Joanne Sheriff and Larry Trotsky. Very good show. April 16th, right here, we're going to have Susan Glazer Geldman and her musical bowls. Interesting. Sue's a fabulously good entertainer, brilliant woman, good therapist, and she's going to bring what she has. I guess April 19th, Big Ern and his band, Runnin' Loose, will be at the Cork and Taps in Bayshore at 7 p.m. Who is that, Ernie? You and?
Timmy Walsh and Tristan Visitacion and Brian Carl on drums.
Brian Carl's a fabulous drummer, one of the best drummers on Long Island.
Yes.
He's like a terrific drummer.
And he gives lessons too, folks.
And you might want to take them if you want to play drums. And we have another Christian Jam at the Monarch Lounge, hosted by my co-host, who is not here tonight. He took ill, Tom Tilford. That's at the Monarch Lounge in Farmingdale. It's Christian Jam. You do not have to be Christian. Probably be good if you enjoy worship music. And I should be there next on the 25th also, playing some bass with them. I missed the last one. I had to work that night. But April 25th at the Monarch Lounge. And one more I'd like to tell you about now, and then we'll give you some more later. On May 11th, once again, Ernie will be playing with a Nine Line Band, which is a veterans band, as part of Project Nine Line. Ernie's an instructor for the veterans in Project Nine Life at VFW Post 5796 in Northport. That's May 11th at 6 p.m. We're going to speak a lot about Project Nine Line, and maybe that's a good segue.
All right.
How'd you get involved with? What is Project Nine Line?
Project Nine Line is a nonprofit organization that helps veterans with PTSD reintegrate into society through the arts, whether it be music, painting, yoga. We have a fantastic comedy team. We teach guys how to do comedy, combat veterans doing comedy, and it's so therapeutic. as is the music program. That's our biggest program. That and comedy really helps the guys just relax and do what they do. So that's what Project 9 is. We're in our 5th year, almost 6th year of existence, and it's going really well. Our headquarters are in Islip, and that's where we hold all the lessons and all the workshops. So any veteran is welcome to come for absolutely no cost to them for any of these workshops that we do.
How do you recruit? How do you recruit the veterans? How do you?
Well, we just, 5 years ago, we had nothing, and we just put an ad out on Craigslist. I think it was Patrick Donahue who had the idea, and he asked me if I would help him, and I said the only thing I know how to do. Patrick is a combat veteran himself, and felt the compassion to help his fellow veterans, and came up with this idea, and I told him the only thing I could do was put on a show. So that's what we did. We had our first show, we put it out there, and we asked any veteran who wanted to perform on our very first show ever. January 26th was the only date available at the old Even Flow there, and it happened to be my birthday, so I thought it was a good omen. So we had a great response from veteran bands, and it's been going ever since. We have one guy, Ronnie Oldenburg, who sings with Big Magic and a 9-line band from day one. He was our first customer, if you will. So Ronnie was a sergeant in the Army, Iraqi combat veteran, and now he's like Jim Morrison out there.
Oh, really? And he keeps Big Magic in line.
He does. Oh, yeah. If he wants to do any Roadhouse Blues, we're doing Roadhouse Blues, absolutely.
Okay. Do the veterans need to be experienced musicians?
No, you don't need any experience. You don't even need an instrument. Just get a hold of us. We'll get you an instrument. Right now it's guitar, bass, drums. We have some saxophone lessons. Depends on how many people are interested in that. But right now it's guitar, bass, and drums. So anybody can just call us up, and we'll hook you right up.
What's the biggest lineup you had of veterans? How many people in a show? In one,
Well, the lessons are different than the 9-line band. The 9-line band derived of guys who came to the lessons, and we just made a little band out of it, and there's 9 guys. The term 9-line is a military term. Patrick would be able to explain that more than me. It gives the coordinates of a soldier who went down, if I'm not mistaken, and I hope I'm not saying it incorrectly, but it gives the coordinates, the injury, and there's 9 lines of communication to help get the soldier out of a bad situation. So that's where the name came from. So we try to do everything in 9s. So the band has 9 members, and we've played all over the place. But the lessons are unlimited. We can have as many people as can fit in the building, and we have 2 nights now because there were so many people coming, so all walks of life.
And do you have any needs that you could use from the community? Is there any kind of help you need? Anything that people could do if they're interested?
Absolutely. We always having fundraisers and support for our events is the biggest help, and people have donated so generously equipment and money. We're a non-profit organization, so any help is help. But we've been received really well throughout the whole veteran community, and Suffolk County in particular. Suffolk County has the biggest population of veterans in New York State. They also have the biggest population of soldiers needing help in New York State, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So we're there. We're not affiliated with the VA at all. We're our own little guy on the block, and we just want to. I just want to teach you how to play guitar. I'll have you playing in no time.
Would people be able to contact you through your page, through your webpage, if they're interested in helping? Or
yeah, it's projectonline.org or .com, and you can see all the programs and the nights. I mean, I teach guitar Tuesday from 6 to 8, and we usually run into 9, but and Thursday 6 to 7:30 or 6 to 7, depending on how many people come.
And what about, you have a where they could reach you on Facebook page or something?
Yeah, Project 9 has a Facebook page, and they have their own website. If I could, I want to give a shout out to Sam Ash. Just gave us, we needed a bass, and just recently Sam Ash was so generous to give us a $100 gift certificate towards a bass. So thank you, Sam Ash. That was the most recent one, but there's been countless others, and we really appreciate it, because we had a big response for the bass lessons, so we needed a bass.
Thank you, Sam Ash.
Yes, thank you, Sam Ash. And again, if a veteran doesn't have an instrument, we will provide it. We don't really advertise that, because there'd be probably a line around the block, but we will provide the instruments if you need it. So come on down, give us a call.
And what's this I see here? A certificate of special congressional recognition presented to Ernie D'alessio in recognition of outstanding and invaluable service to the community. November 6, 2018.
Yes, last year, thank you for saying that. Last year, I did work with the VFW in Patchogue with Dave Rogers, and we had a fundraiser for the Veterans Alliance Association, and that was from Lee Zeldin. He gave us that accommodation, and I couldn't thank him enough. But we played at the Patrick Theater. It was Brian Call and Ronnie Oldenburg and Harold Skeet on bass, and we had a great response. We had another veteran band playing with us as well, so that's what that's from. But Lee Zeldin has also recognized Project 9 at our annual Vet Stock. We have a big concert every year. For 5 years now, we have a big concert called Vet Stock.
Where do you have that?
Last year was at the Blue Point Brewery, and there was over 1,000 people there, and the county executive came, and the congressman came, and we had a great response. I think that was our biggest crowd yet. It was probably like close to 1,500 people, and all veteran performers, veteran rappers, guys who are veterans, who served, want to rap, come on down. We have our own rapping team out there, and they performed in between veteran acts at Vet Stock, and it was quite an event, our best event yet, and we're having it again September 15th, I believe at the same place we're playing at the Iceland Festival there.
September 15th?
September 15th will be Vet Stock 6.
Vet Stock 6.
Yes. We also do Vets Rock for WBAB at Jones Beach. I believe it's June. I can't remember the date.
What does that entail?
That was put together by WBAB, I believe, and the Coalition for Veteran Affairs. And they asked the 9 Band to play, excuse me, for 2 years now we've done that. We played at Jones Beach, and the first year we opened up for Peter Frampton and Steve Miller, and that was really cool. And last year we opened up for Jason Bonham, Whitesnake, and foreigner, and it was quite an experience. So I'm the only non-veteran in the band. I'm kind of the coach on the side, but the guys had a ball. It was a great experience. And last year, on a sad note, we had Vincent Galati, who was a World War II veteran, who just passed this morning. So condolences to his family. I've known him since I'm 6 years old. He played the best trumpet, and it was his birthday last year. And hundreds of people sang to him happy birthday, and he played his heart out last year at Vets Rock. And sadly, he passed this morning, so my condolences to the family. And I mean, I love him to death myself. Like I said, I know him since I'm 6 years old. He's my sister's father-in-law. So, but he was a World War II veteran. He was a radio airman in the Army Corps of Engineers before there was an Air Force. So I mean, he had stories. But he got to play. And the year before that, we had Pat DeRosa, who was 96 years old, played the saxophone with us. So we have a good time.
96.
96. And both of those guys can just play rings around all of us. They're really, really great.
Tell me a little about yourself. What's your, how did you get started out in the music?
Started out in music when I was 8 years old. My mom took me and all my friends to see Chuck Berry at Islip Speedway. I think it was 1970. And I've yet to see any kind of footage or poster about that, but I could not believe what I was seeing. I was listening to the Monkees or the Beatles, and then Mom took me and the rest of the gang to Islip Speedway, and we saw the Shirelles and the Drifters, and then Chuck Berry came and killed it. There had to be, thousands of people there, and he was having the most fun out of anyone. He had the whole crowd singing My Ding-a-Ling at the time was out, and I said, boy, I snuck all the way up to the front because I was a little guy. There was no seats, and I said, that's what I want to do when I grow up. So he was having a ball. He just really, that was it for me once I saw him doing that.
And over the years, you've got to playing shows with some pretty famous people.
Yeah, I worked for Warren Haynes through our buddy Wayne Lynch, and I did some work with him, and I met Marshall Tucker. Most of the time, I'm either lugging something.
Me too.
Yeah, or just a guest of theirs. But it's been a lot of fun. The biggest reward lately is watching the veterans have so much fun. They just have a ball with it.
Didn't you drive a trailer for Warren Haynes?
I did.
Me and Ernie were both trailer drivers at one point in our life.
I drove the Warren Haynes bus with all his guitars in it, and I got to hang out with the great Warren Haynes down in North Carolina. He was being inducted into the North Carolina Hall of Fame, and they trusted me with all the guitars, which I still can't believe, but it was quite an honor just to meet him and be in his company. So that was one exciting experience, absolutely.
I know, I don't know if he still does it, but our friend Wayne used to drive the government mule truck. He used to come to the open mics in the government mule truck.
Yes, that's the mule band.
The mule band, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And where are you at today with your music? What are you doing? I know you're doing a few different things.
Yeah, today I'm mainly performing and teaching veterans. I'm in 3 bands. I have my own band, my Big Magic Band. We made a CD about 3-4 years ago, I believe. And we're going to make another one this year with a different lineup with Brian and Harold and Ronnie probably. And so I have my own songs, and I want to record soon with Big Magic. And then I have the 9-line band, which I keep busy with. And I also teach three nights a week. Tuesday I'm at 9-line from 6 to 8. Usually runs till 9 until we get sick of playing. Great guys. The camaraderie amongst the veterans is amazing. You were at this post, I was at that post, you know, and every era, a lot of Vietnam guys, a lot of Iraqi guys. And then on Wednesday, I teach at the VFW post in Patchogue, post 2913, and all these lessons are absolutely free and open for anyone to come. So Wednesday is at the VFW post in Patchogue from 6 to 8 also. And just give me a call, or I'll put it on the page. I think I do put it on the page every week if you are interested in any lessons. And then on Thursday, I do lessons back at 9-line, usually beginner lessons from 6 to 7 or 7:30. And then we usually have band practice with the 9-line band for the rest of the night. So, and then I gig with Running Loose with Timmy Walsh and company, and as much as possible. So we have a lot of bookings throughout the summer season is starting to come back now. We had a pretty busy winter, but we're always looking for another gig, you know.
We ran into each other on Pie Island a couple of times.
Yes.
We played 2 different gigs on the island.
Yes.
Walking across each other with carrying stuff,
That's right.
pumping equipment. That's what we do.
That's right. We get paid to
carry equipment.
Yes, absolutely.
We play for free, but we get paid to carry the equipment.
That's it. As long as they feed me, I'm happy, you know. But we have a pretty good residency at Schooners in Ocean Bay Park with Running Loose, and I think we're playing at the Landing, and I think Hauser's, in Ocean Beach. Also, I can't remember offhand, but you know, we stay pretty busy. But we play Arugas in Patchogue, we play the Harbor Crab in Patchogue, and we play Live at 5 in Patchogue too, which is a great time to close the whole street.
Are you playing mostly with Running Loose? Are you still playing with Big Magic much? Or you
Mostly we're Running Loose. Mostly we're Running Loose, and Big Magic I try to get in there a couple of times a year, maybe, you know, sneak them in. Because guys are busy. Brian is playing all over the place. Everybody wants to play with him, and Harold is also very busy. So to put that together, I need a lot of time. But we got a couple of gigs with Big Magic in, and I'm hoping to do more of that this year.
Harold's a killer bass player.
You know Harold.
Harold, yeah. Nobody plays prog rock as good as Harold. Harold's the best prog rock player on the island.
Yes.
He's like fabulous.
Yeah, really, top shelf. So between Brian and Harold and Ronnie, I just sit and watch. But we'll be playing again at the Patchogue Theater also at the end of the year. I think we play November, I think that was. So we'll definitely be there, but there'll be other gigs coming up before then that I'll announce for Big Magic, that lineup with Harold and Brian.
Are you booking the band mostly? Are you doing most of the booking?
With Big Magic, definitely. With Running Loose, Tristan lives in Ocean Bay Park, so he does a lot of the booking out there, and Timmy Walsh does a lot of the booking on the island, and so between the three of us, we manage to keep us rolling.
And they could reach you on your Facebook page?
Yes,
If they want to book your band?
Yeah, if you need a band, we're there. We do a lot of private parties also, and we're available. So we have spots open.
Very good.
Yeah.
I think I did sound for you last year, a couple of years.
Yes.
Was that last year or the year before?
Where was that?
It was at Grizzlies at a barbecue.
That was
at a
me, Brian
barbecue.
Wayne, actually, yeah.
Yeah, he was at a barbecue outside and they did sound.
Yeah, that was Angel Share, Devil's Due. Devil's Due and Angel Share. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Brian Wayne.
And Wayne.
Yeah, another great bass player.
And what else do you have going on?
I'm going to currently start recording shortly, and put out a new CD, and hopefully, get some gigs with that. And we have quite a few gigs lined up with Running Loose. And we have lessons, so I'm keeping pretty busy, you know.
Did you bring your CD? You were supposed to bring me your CD.
Oh, no, I didn't bring it.
You didn't bring it? Oh.
What's the matter with me?
Do I order it online?
Yes, you can order it online, Big Magic.
I think in a few minutes we're going to get Ernie set up to play. Just anybody that's has any interest in Project 9 Line, guitar class is free, veterans, active military, please register in advance. You can call this number, 631-841-1141. I repeat that, 631-841-1141. Or you could reach them at, I can't see, I'm getting old, MRYAN@project9line.org. All classes are held at the headquarters in Islip, that's Union Avenue in Islip. If you want to find out more information, you can visit the website, www.project9line.org, and you can even download their app. This is really worthwhile. Like, you want to do something good, this is what you can do.
And if you want to do the lessons in Patchogue, you can just call me directly, 631-383-2354.
Say it again.
That's 631-383-2354.
Anybody that don't get this information, you could reach me on my page, Jimmy G's Church of Music, and I'll get the information to you. Anybody need help, a veteran need help making contact, I'll personally make sure that the contact is made and that veteran gets over to Ernie, the Project 9 Line group. I'll see to it. You can reach me at Jimmy G's Church of Music page, or you can reach Ernie at those numbers, and I'll post those numbers on my page during the week, anybody that's interested. And I'm going to try to take screenshots of all these brochures and stuff, and I'll put them on the page so you can see for yourself and read a little bit. Feel like playing a little music, Ernie?
Sounds good to me.
I think we'll let Ernie go in the performance room, get all set up, and in the meantime, I'll be reading some events until you're ready, okay?
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Ernie's a great guy. A little backstory. The day I met Ernie and I went to the jam at his house, there was a close friend of mine that I hadn't seen for a long time. I went through a really rough period in my youth due to the bad decisions I had made, and I needed to straighten out my life. And my friend Bill helped get me on my feet, and we became good friends. And I met him through my meet with Ernie, and just by coincidence, I was looking up pictures, telling my wife and daughter about how me and Ernie met, and I noticed that my friend Bill had died from cancer, and it turns out that tomorrow is the 9th anniversary of his death, and they say there's no coincidences, and here I am with Ernie. I shared that to him when I first came in there. It was a sad time in my life when Bill died. After not seeing him for a while, we were supposed to meet in the city, and he called me that we were supposed to meet in the city and go downtown and listen to some R&B down the Groove. And he called me and said he had to go to the hospital. His wife insisted that he go to the hospital because he wasn't feeling well. And I said, okay, I'll talk to you next week. I'll talk to you in a couple of days. Hope you feel better. And then like a week or so later, he died. He passed away from cancer suddenly. And that's my sad story for the day. And you ready, Big Ern?
I'm ready.
You have that amp on? I think Ernie forgot how to put the equipment on. He forgot to how to turn the amp on. All right, now you're ready. You gotta put that master on. I shut it down on you. Yeah. Here you go. I think you're good, right? I think you have master volume you gotta turn up in the guitar, maybe the pedal. I was messing with his equipment before when he wasn't looking. I was sabotaging his show. There we go. So without further ado, I'm going to give you my good friend, Big Ern.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you for having me. Let me plug all my stuff here. This song is a John Lee Hooker song that I got the mechanical license for. We're going to put it on the new CD, and here we go. It's called Don't Look Back. Don't look back to the days of yesteryear. You can't live on in the past. Have to live on for the future. Baby, don't look back. Don't look back. I know too many people try to live on in the past. Those days are gone, gone, gone. Baby, don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Stop dreaming, live on for the future, baby. Don't look back, don't look back, don't look back, oh baby, don't look back, don't look back. Just don't look back, obviously. You with me, Jimmy? All right, here we got one from the old CD that I might have a copy of somewhere in my bag, I think. Called Might As Well. Might as well, while we're here. It's not that hard to be kind, not hard at all, to include us all. There's enough for everyone, no one's too small. Might as well, might as well, while we're here. Might as well, while we're here. Let's have a good life without pain and suffering. Is it really that important to kill and fight? I know we're afraid I can be wrong. Won't take very long. Might as well, might as well, while we're here. Might as well, while we're here.
supposed to do before, and I got talking.
Okay.
You ready for me there, Bob? Starting with April 12th again. We have the Septemberists, 5 to 7, Park Lounge, Kings Park. April 16th, we have Susan Glazer Geldman on this show with the Singing Bowls. April 25th, we have our own Tom Tilford and the Christian Jam at the Monarch Lounge in Farmingvale. That's in Lala's Flea Market. April 19th, we have Big Earn and Runnin' Loose at the Cork and Taps in Bayshore. That's at 7 p.m. And 6 p.m., May 11th, we have the Nine Line Band at VFW Post 5796 in Northport. May 13th. May 19th. I have the Nine Line Band once again at the Islip Music Festival. That's going to be at Mary Dowling's in Islip. That's May 19th. That's the show is 12 to 8. The Nine Line Band's going to be playing at 1 p.m. But also during that show, they're gonna have Bon Journey, Islip's own The Decoys, the Nine Line Band, and we're gonna have Live Wire there also. And once again, that's Sunday, May 19th. The show is 12 to 8, rain or shine, behind Mary Dowling's in Islip. And tickets are $30 in advance, $35 at the door. And it's benefiting the Islip Breast Cancer Coalition. And don't forget, any bands have sound support needs. We have the Gold Star Sound Support. That's myself and Ed Mundini. We've been in the business for about 18 years. Become fully recommended. We work for a lot of bands, and we give you that personalized kind of sound reinforcement. We do full back lines. We do a lot of outdoor shows, multi-band events. We do our share of stage management. If you need stage management for an event, if you have a multi-band event and you need stage management, please call us. And don't forget, my next guest next week will be Susan Glazer Geldman. She will be playing the Singing Bowls. She actually does gigs all over Long Island. She does therapy. And her show is therapy. Her show is healing, and she'll be here April 16th online. And now I think we could go back to Big Earn.
All right. We're ready?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to dedicate this one to my dear friend Vincent Galati, who no longer with us, and we used to practice this one together for the show last year. He really liked it. This is a B.B. King tune, and it's called Nightlife. Actually, it's a Willie Nelson song, but we like the B.B. King version. So give it a whirl. When that evening sun rolls around, you're gonna find me hanging round. The nightlife ain't no good life, but it's my life. All the people just like you and me, everybody's dreaming of their old used to be. The nightlife ain't no good life, but it's my life. Listen to the blues people, listen to what they're saying. Listen to the blues people and the way they're playing. Listen to the blues people, listen to what they're saying. Listen to the blues people and the way they're playing. Ain't no good life, but it's my life. Oh, it's just another scene. I'm a boulevard of broken dreams. The nightlife ain't no good life, but it's my life. The nightlife ain't no good life, but it's my life. All right, Jimmy, you with me? I'm sorry? All right. This was the most popular song off the first CD. It's called Stuck in the Mud. We were nominated for 10 Grammys. However, some girl hitchhiking wasn't wearing half her clothes, and now I'm stuck in the mud. I've driven off the road. Well, I'm stuck in the mud. I've driven off the road. I started out this morning making good time. Yeah, she was waving out on Route 109. Now I'm stuck stuck in the mud. I've driven off the road. Well, I'm stuck in the mud. I've driven off the road. I couldn't believe it. I thought I'd lost my mind. She was bending over and shaking her behind, so I tried to pull it over, drove into a ditch. Now I'm really stuck, man, and money's really thick. Now I'm stuck in the mud. I've driven off the road. Well, I'm stuck in the mud. I've driven off the road. I got out to see her, say what's going on. That's when I found out she was not alone. She had 2 more girlfriends, trying to make it 2. Someone come up behind me, said, buddy, don't you move. Now I'm stuck in the mud. I've driven off the road. Well, I'm stuck in the mud. I've driven off the road. When I finally woke up, they'd taken half my clothes, took my pants and boxes and everything I own. Now I'm just shirt cocking, getting on the road. If I ever see that girl, I think I'll just explode. Now I'm stuck in the mud, driven off the road. Well, I'm stuck in the mud. I've driven off the road. Well, I'm stuck in the mud. I've driven off the road. Well, I'm stuck in the mud. I've driven off the road.
Come back in here, man. I want to thank my buddy Ernie. Before he plays his last song, I'd like to just thank him for coming on. Remind everybody, project9line.org, or you could look him up on Facebook, Ernesto D'alessio. And you, anything with his other private bands. Don't forget, give to St. Jude's Hospital if you get the chance. Very good cause. Give to St. Jude's. If you give to St. Jude's through my page, I have a few books left from Sebi Regis from last week. She donated some books. Anybody that donates will get a book. I will get books out to people that did donate last week. Once again, thank you, Ernie. And what will be the name of your last song?
Little Wing. How about that? Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you for having me on. It's been a great time. Thousand smiles she gives to me, 3 said, it's alright. anything you want, anything at all.
Good night. Thank you, Jimmy.